Hello, love. Welcome to Wildcard Wednesdays here on the Libran Key. This is where we take a more cosmic or galactic perspective on various topics, especially focused around all things spiritual. Know that if this message has found you or you have found it, that there is something here for you. That is always the intention that I put into these messages, okay? Messages of, this is going to be kind of a mix of soul support messages, an energetic update around the annular solar eclipse that we have coming up on October 14th. As I record this today, it is October 11th, so we're talking 3 days from now. And the number 3 being significant for this particular annular eclipse because it's happening in 21 degrees of Libra. That reduces to a 3. The 2 representing the feminine, the 1 representing the masculine. It's really significant. I just want to say quickly here, side note, it's significant that when we're dealing with compound numbers, even numbers that are quote unquote master numbers like 11 or 22 or power numbers, right? Like 33. 33 is sometimes considered a master number as well. 44, 55, etc., that you are looking at the individual number in that compound number because it's like double whammy, right? When you get it repeating. But for this particular degree in Libra, it's at 21 degrees. Now, 21 is a significant degree with regard to creation. Oftentimes the solstices, not so much the eclipse, oh my goodness, not so much the equinoxes, but the solstices fall around 21, like that number, which is another kind of way that we look at the energy of creation with the 3. There's also a harmonizing element with 3 because we look at the image of a triangle, right? When we're looking at it sort of two-dimensionally, just sort of face on, we get 3 points or a trinity, right? And trinities are always harmonious, astrologically speaking. Now, it's quite fitting because a lot of the numbers around this solar eclipse are speaking to us big time. So this particular eclipse is happening at 21 degrees Libra. This is redressing a balancing between the divine feminine and the divine masculine with the 2 and the 1. But it's also having a maximum duration. And I think this is like one of the longest solar eclipses. And this eclipse season, they're just going to be getting longer and longer, which is significant. It's asking us to go deeper because I feel the resonance of the number 7 coming through with this eclipse as well. Its maximum duration is going to be off the coast of Nicaragua in the Gulf of Mexico, 5 minutes and 17 seconds. When you add 5 and 1 and 7, you get 13. That is the death card in tarot. That is the number of transformation. And the 1 is significant here because it's mirroring the 3, going back to the 21, okay? So this is you individually moving through some kind of, it's like they're showing it to me. And when I say they, see, I got right into it and forgot to say this. Anyway, they're just like, we'll say it now. Okay. The Venusian energy is really coming through strongly for this. Christ consciousness, the ascended master, that is Christ, right? And Commander Ashtar, all here for this. There's a lot of Venusian energy that's wanting to come through for this because this is happening in Libra. There's a new moon in Libra, just like always with a solar eclipse, right? And the sun is in 21 degrees Libra. We have the nodes as well there, the south node there, right? The tail of the dragon or the serpent. And that was another significant image that they showed me that came through, was the lion and the serpent and the eagle and the serpent, but not how we've often depicted it traditionally, especially with regard to Christian tradition. What the Venusians are showing me here is the balancing of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, the divine feminine being the serpent. And there's a rebalancing because the south node or the serpent's tail or the dragon's tail is in Libra. There are massive divine feminine codes wanting to come through for this. And this has been something that's been ongoing, but there's something about this eclipse. They said to me, I have to go, where are my notes? A palpable time for rebalance, and also indicating 6 here, significant. That's the number of Venus as well. 6 months out reverberation is what I heard. 6 months out reverberation. So this is going to take us till about mid-April, but I kept on writing May here. So there's something significant in May as well. In terms of how far this can go. And they're directing me now to the fact that May is the 5th month of the year. This is happening, the solar eclipse is happening on the 14th of October. And the significance of the number 5, okay? 5 is the number of movement. 5 is the number of challenge and change, crisis and opportunity, right? Isn't that like the Chinese, there's a symbol, like the I can't remember, the character for change is like a compound meaning of crisis and opportunity, okay? Massive, massive, palpable, these energies of transformation wanting to come through for this. They keep on just showing me the death card, okay? So we're going to get right into it. I'm popping cards today from the Mystic Mondays deck. I haven't used this deck in I don't even know how long. And they're directing me to this deck for some reason. They really want us to get, there's something in, by the way, in the energy of these colors, the way that they're coming through, the black being the void, the divine feminine, and this illumination, this rainbow energy, which is representative of the serpent or the snake. I also heard Kundalini as well. Remember that whenever snakes come up, that is a huge nod to Kundalini energy rising as well. And I'm asking through the White Witch Tarot. This deck is only major arcana cards, and they come with this beautiful written poetry for each card, okay? These are Maja Daust. She's the author of this deck. Okay, so yeah, very, I mean, ear ringing, is that another thing? Because that's been happening quite a bit lately. I know some people have been really feeling that. Remember that when we do go through these energies, these eclipse energies, you're going to be feeling a lot of ascension symptoms as well, okay, in your body. So I just want to start by sharing, I want to bring these into, because they're just so visually symbolic. These are Balding iron balls. You know, these are used to sort of strengthen the meridians in the hand, like you do this kind of stuff with them, right? Ancient Chinese practice. And I love these balls because they've got a moon on one side and a sun on the other for each of them. 2 balls, 2 suns, 2 moons, 2, 4, and 6. All significant here, okay? The number 2, those divine feminine energies, divine feminine codes. The number 4, the number of transformation. When you reduce 13, you get a 4. And this is stable transformation. This is something that's going to last. And they keep on directing me to this reverberation again, 6 months. That's the 6, okay? Moving out, moving out. But they're also showing me that we need to be very patient with ourselves and very compassionate, like radically compassionate with ourselves. But at the same time, we can't feel sorry for ourselves either. We can't get caught down, you know, I wanted to say rabbit holes. Yeah. Downward spirals of overwhelming feeling, emotions. Ride the wave is what I'm hearing. Ride the wave. There was water energy that did want to come through here. I saw a fish connected to Christ, but those are water energies as well. And there's so much significance with Christ and water, okay? And the fact that Pisces connected to the energies of Jesus Christ is a water sign, right? Ride the wave. Okay, so I'm working with the energies here of Smokey Quartz with Golden Healer. This came in to really ground us and to help us transmute those energies. This is a piece of Labradorite. You can see that. Again, another more grounding of spiritual energies crystal, and serpentine or serpentine, depending on how you want to say it. The energies of the serpent kundalini energy, again, grounding energies. All of these crystals have a grounding element to them, but they're specifically grounding in the transmutation of energies and very supportive with regard to transformation. Okay, so I'm going to start by asking through the White Witch Tarot. I want this, I pulled this deck out because they want me to basically set the stage for these energies with a card that we can all meditate upon. Yeah. This particular deck is really attuned to the psychodrama, like the stories that we tell ourselves, the energies of the collective unconscious. There we go. Collectively speaking, I'm going to, what they're directing me to do here is to pop a card for the ELSH collective here with this, and to pop a card for the collective at large, okay? Overall, because there's a lot of this, because right now collectively, we are again being tested with certain things. And this is quite prevalent in the mainstream media right now. We're being tested with certain things with regard to pitting sides again, one against the other, trying to keep us more and more divided. But this eclipse is going to disclose a lot of that as being a massive sham, so to speak. That division and separation is a sham. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm seeing Jiminy Cricket. I'm hearing voice of reason. Voice of reason, and coming from a place of reason, of seeing both sides of a story. Jiminy Cricket, your consciousness. Okay. So this is the energy right now. Is this for the ELSH collective here, or I just kept on popping them? Okay, they're showing me that this is the energy of the ELSH collective. So this is for empaths, lightworkers, starseeds and healers, awakened and awakening souls. This is the Chariot. They are, oh my goodness, they're directing me to the two spheres here. One looking like a sun, more colored in, and the other one looking like the moon, and this ring of fire with the solar eclipse that's happening. Now, in the Chariot card, we always have a white sphinx and a black sphinx in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, in Pamela's Genius. This is about masculine and feminine energies moving together. I'm hearing rise of the divine feminine again. I'm actually seeing an image of this black sphinx in the card getting up to take center stage, to walk right in front of this chariot. And the charioteer and the white sphinx holding space for this black sphinx to do so, okay? This is the pause before action. Also, I'm hearing it's in the palm of your hands. In the palms of your hands. And they're directing me to these eyes in the hands here. They're showing me a portal. They keep on showing me portals, and I just continue to see portals through these hands. Yeah. And they're also showing me these hands like figures. So like this is the head of a person, another head of a person. These are their hands. And then like these are their legs in a way. I know that may seem really odd, but that's how they're showing it to me. These two people coming together. This rebalancing taking place. There's going to be like even more aha moments coming through this energy. But I'm feeling it with the ELSH collective, like we're talking spiritual journey wise. like a deeper understanding of the path that you are on. Okay, they want me to shuffle now for the collective. But they're focusing on the Chariot as like a pause before you move forward. I'm hearing like time-wise, this could translate to 4 to 6 weeks. And they really want all of us to embrace that divine feminine energy, that resisting that urge to really move forward or to push yourselves with regard to, this is spiritual growth. Really wanting us to integrate those energies. And they're adding the 4 and the 6 here to show me the Wheel of Fortune. There's divine timing in this. They want me to pull this one for, oh, they want me to pull 2 for the collective. Okay. Okay. Look at that. Fool is at the bottom of the deck. This new moon energy, there's an opportunity here for brand new beginnings across the board. Collectively. Okay. We've got the Sun. And the High Priestess. Oh! Okay. The High Priestess card is connected to the Moon, and the Sun card is connected to the Sun. Okay? I know it seems kind of like counterintuitive, right? Because we have a Moon card in Tarot, but there's double meaning there, right? That Moon card is ruled by Pisces. But they're actually saying to me that that's significant now that I say it, because it goes back to the fish, it goes back to these Christ energies, it goes back to the water and the energies of the water. They're showing me fire and water and how that essentially has always been perceived as a polarity. But they exist on opposite ends of the spectrum, almost to come full circle again. Also showing me, I believe that it's in the Mayan tradition as well, in astrology, that water is connected to fire, and that a lot of water rituals are done with fire because of the cleansing and purification properties of both these elements. And that is what essentially they want to bring forward here in terms of this polarity, that there is a massive cleansing, purification of energies happening, is how they're showing it to me. Yeah. And I'm seeing images now of like when we relate that to floods and when we relate that to fires. And this cleansing energy that takes place, okay? This is also an energy of disclosure. That's the word I'm hearing, because the Sun is shining light on the Moon in the High Priestess, who sits in front of the veil. This is also more confirmation of these divine feminine codes hitting Mama Gaia. I'm feeling the angelic frequencies of the Venusians coming through here as well, these angelic beings connected to Venus in these sort of light codes as well. The light codes containing those divine feminine codes. This is really a time to receive, is what they're showing me. This is a time for us to collectively receive guidance, to receive these divine feminine codes. They're going to be happening collectively, and they keep on showing me the energies of integration. They're also showing me that there is divine energy. You see how this person is looking down? And in this image, how it's coming through is it's quite solemn. And this being behind them is having their backs. I'm just hearing angelic frequencies, like and this is really difficult for some people to understand because of what we are being shown, because of the things that are going on in this world that are horrendous, that are absolutely tragic, that are completely imbalanced with humanity, with Christ consciousness, with the love, with the heart space. Okay. Okay, if this resonates for you, call upon the energies of Jesus, call upon the energies of Christ, call upon these angelic beings, call upon your angels, meditate with them, pray if that means something to you, if that's significant for you. I'm hearing like that meta practice, like of loving kindness. Because the energies are really ramped up for that right now, to just be of service to humanity. Okay? Okay, I'm going to move on from that energy because it's getting, yeah, it's getting very heavy, and it's getting, I can almost feel the anger and the pain of people who can get very, very easily triggered by what it is that they see and what's being presented to them. And it's like they're calling upon a transmutation of these energies to come back to the heart, to come back to love. And that can be very difficult for some people to do. If you're finding that difficult right now, they really want to bring through that message. To come back to your heart, no matter how hard it may seem. And they're telling me baby steps. Just do it in baby steps. Keep on directing me back to the womb, the image of the womb on the High Priestess. Going into these divine feminine energies of receptivity. Yeah. Creation, that's another thing coming through there. Remember that the High Priestess is the number 2 too, right? We've got the Chariot, which is a 7, right? The Sun card, which reduces to a 10, and the Fool, which is a 1, okay? Look at that. So 7 of Pentacles as I cut the deck in reverse. Yeah. The real need to pause here. Another 7 coming through. Contemplation, right? Going deeper. The energies of going deeper. Okay. And also, do not be deceived by the physical and what you see. Because everything is energy, and that's what we need to be focusing on right now. 2 of Pentacles coming out. Knight of Swords. This is very fast action. Okay. We've got the King of Wands as I cut the deck here, okay? That's an energy of what I'm hearing is spiritual mastery. And I don't mean this in some like hoity-toity mastery way. It's about you mastering your energy. You mastering your energy. 7 of Swords. Okay, so this is the energy of deceit, right? Oh, they want that one to stay out because it popped as I... Okay. And this goes back to disclosure. They want me to put that right under the sun. Okay, so... Before I move forward, 2 of Pentacles with a Knight of Swords. Okay, what's really interesting is that they're showing the 2 of Pentacles to me here in this image as the Sun and the Moon and the rebalancing that's taking place. This is not coming through like you would traditionally read the meaning in tarot, but what they are directing me towards is that there is challenges in this. That it's hard for people to do this. They're getting more collective here with me right now. Okay, they want me to stay collective. Okay, so with the Knight of Swords, this is an energy of being rash. This is an energy of also, I mean, it's quick, right? This is the fastest knight in the deck. But do you see how he's holding it in this? He's looking to that sword for the truth. He's looking to that sword for the truth. And they're directing me to the image here at the back that looks like a pyramid that has 1, 2, 3 points in it. That goes back to the number 3 and the 3rd perspective. And this idea of we have polarity in the 2 in the 21 degrees of Libra that this eclipse is happening. And the 1 being the unification. This is where Christ consciousness is coming in the 1 in the 21 degrees again of Libra. Yeah. Disclosure. Disclosure around deceit. collective deceit. Look at that. Judgment is at the bottom of the deck. The energy of the energy of two coming through again. In these divine feminine energies, in these divine feminine codes, okay? They want me to keep justice out. I'm putting that next, look at that, Chariot right at the bottom of the deck again. That's another nod to these changes that are going through. You know what's interesting though? Is that they're showing this to me. Look at the difference between these two images in the Chariot. Another 3 coming through here with these peaks, okay? 7 and 7, that's 14, right? That is the date that this solar eclipse is happening on, okay? The number of change, the number of crisis and opportunity. And once you know what you need to do, you start moving forward. That's the Sphinx again, right? Coming through. I'm seeing that divine feminine Sphinx taking center stage. And then we've got the Princess of Wands here at the bottom of the deck in reverse, okay? So there's some kind of resolution here that wants to take place. Those of you that resonate as being part of the ELSH collective, awakened and awakening souls, those of you who are on a spiritual journey, some kind of resolution wants to take place with regard to your spiritual path. And what they're showing me is that this involves a lot of letting go and a lot of reprogramming around relationships and your relationship to the divine feminine. Because we both have aspects of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within each and every one of us, right? Yeah, 6 of Cups as I cut the deck in reverse. Yeah. It could be that perhaps you're stuck on some kind of teaching of the past. Perhaps you're stuck in some kind of old way. You're nostalgic about it, right? But what Spirit is saying is that if this is not serving if it's holding you back, it's asking to be redressed with this energy moving forward. And if you're willing to take that on, this is going to reverberate, right? It's like we're going through a growth period or a gestation period, actually, is how they're showing it to me, like for the next 6 months around this. Okay. Stop there. 10 of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck. That's connected to, you know, old legacies that no longer serve us. Queen of Wands. Spiritual mastery in the feminine. Look, the Strength card. Beautiful. And the Queen of Pentacles, this gorgeous divine feminine energy wanting to come through big time. This is how I'm going to close the reading because I'm already at 28 minutes here. We've got 2 queens, the High Priestess, and this energy of strength. And they're showing this to me as the Tigress. These divine feminine energies. This Sphinx that is coming to the forefront, right? To have center stage. These divine feminine codes. Remember, traditionally in the tarot, it is a feminine figure. It's a woman who is taming the mouth of the lion. And I'm going back now to the lion and the snake. This is the energy of the lion as these imbalanced divine masculine energies, all right? It's not coming through traditionally as how it's, you know, how the lion and the snake have been interpreted with regard to more Christian traditions, okay? This is coming through very, very differently. They're also directing me as well to the white and the black in this tiger, embodying both aspects of the divine masculine and divine feminine in balance, because we've got those 2 mountain peaks at the back. And that number 3 is coming through very significantly in that, because we've got one color, another color, and then the embodiment of that, those 2 colors together. These beautiful divine feminine codes coming through. This is the energy of the spiritual, of the etheric, so to speak, is how they're showing it to me. The light codes, wanting to be grounded in this Queen of Pentacles energy. And look what she's doing. I always see these pentacles in this deck as crystal balls when they show up like that, right? She is she is grounding this energy into the physical. And that's very much what, when you think of the story of Christ, is, and this idea of embodiment of your highest and truest self, you know, for the highest and greatest good, in these beautiful energies of this divine feminine wanting to come down and ground their energies. And they're directing me now to this womb image. And these being like wings, grounding the energies, birthing these energies into the physical. This goes back to the number 3 and the number of creation. There are creations in the womb right now. There are creations in the womb right now. And they're talking specifically to the ELSH collective here with regard to that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to end it on this note here. The 10 of Pentacles can be institutions or systems that have been in place for millennia. Physical institutions. Coming out in reverse here, what they're showing me is how those are coming crumbling down. And this triangle pointing downward is symbolic of the triangle pointing downward connected to the divine feminine. And also the energy of these divine feminine codes wanting to come through and being grounded into the physical. Okay? I'm going to leave it there. Thank you to these Venusian energies for coming through for this. The energies of Christ, Christ consciousness, and Commander Ashtar, all here to support us through this eclipse portal. They keep on showing me portals. They want me to say that, so I'm going to say it. Okay. I thank you for being here. I'm sending you so much love and support through this energy. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy and sharing it in this space with me. Sending you so much love wherever you are. In love and liberation always.